Okay, Alice is just lining up the steinies. This is our first lift of bottles, and because the gap is, we normally top and tail like that, but with here we can't do it because it slides down like this. So our first layer, we just have them facing up, and then we mortar around the necks with our light earth mortar mix.
Yeah.
So we're just whacking in a batten to hold our bottles in place before we put a plaster around the necks. The batten is 25 by 20 mil. The flat surface is the 25 mil. This is the 20 mil there. Okay, we're just mudding up around the necks of our steiny bottles here to get our first ledge to put our next layer of bottles, next lift. That's the technical term. So we've put another batten, not a batten, a slat. I call that a batten. We've topped and tailed. This is another lift of bottles. We have to make up another mortar mix. Alice is just coming over with the wood shavings. We've put one shovel of cement. There's 3 big shovels of clay and sand that's been slurried. And then we add, so by volume, we're adding it's more than 50% wood shavings to try and make it a true light earth mix, which means loaded in natural fibre. We don't want to have a stucco brew, which is just all sand and cement and has no insulation value. The wood shavings help trap the heat in the wall. So we're about to launch into doing another brew. Okay, we're going to put more wood shavings in. Come a bit closer here. And then we put more water. So we had 1 shovel of cement in there. You don't have to use cement in this, but this is the south side. It's a very wet area. I'm just being precautionary, using a bit of cement. So just so we can work faster, we've put this tarp on the ground here, so anything that splatters or drops on the ground can be recycled into the mix. Just creates a nice, tidier, cleaner workspace. Okay, Alice is what we call harling, just around the necks in there first, and then around the body of the bottle later, and we just let it to go off a bit. So you demonstrate around the neck of that bottle, it's facing upside down. Good. And the other one, good. So it gets embedded, it wraps itself around the neck of the bottle, but she keys it into the wall very nicely. Okay, we're just levelling it off and getting a lovely smooth surface, which we will rough up again. We'll pockmark it with our fingers, so we've got a good surface for the next layer to key in on. but we want to make sure it's all level with the slatting. It's very important to get a beautifully smooth, level plumb wall, so we don't have humps and hollows and bumps protruding, appearances, everything. We've had a good day. Do a couple more hours. Probably frame up some more woodwork on this side over here. It's incredibly cheap. The clay and the sand are free. I might use maybe 2 or 3 bags of cement for all of this. We could go cement free, but just for the convenience of cement, I'm using it. And of course the wood is milled from macrocarpal logs on the property, so the mill's milling the timber. So yeah, this gets another inch or so of plaster put over it, so the thickness is actually quite significant. It comes out to about here. Okay, now we've smoothed it off with the trowel and made it level with our slats, but before we finish today we have to rough it up like this, so that our next layer, which is going to be about another inch thick, is going to grip nice and strongly onto that surface below it. So yeah, we've had a good day, and it's been a very pleasant job, very easy and light work. Okay, another way to create a rough surface is to do what's called diamond scarring with our trowel, and or both, and hence called diamond scarring.
And that's for the purpose of the next layer.
Yep, so it can key in, yeah, grip. So the next layer will grip strongly onto that layer.
Yeah.